we go. Today we are doing some private test realms. So this is going to be Blackwing Lair in preparation for the launch of Blackwing Lair on Wednesday, February 12th. We're going to be shooting for server first, so this is basically just a practice run. This is not real, this is not live, this is not WoW Classic. This is our own thing just to make sure that everybody has a feel for how this dungeon works and how we're going to do it once it goes live. So basically, I'm just showing you our practice run for what this is going to be when it does go live on February 12th. We are on a private test realm, so it's the kind of thing where you can just spawn whatever you want, and it's like not really a big deal. There's some stuff in here that we don't actually have, like that's not real. Zulian Tiger isn't in WoW Classic, you know, some of that kind of stuff. We are doing it in such a way, though, that everybody has the gear that their live characters actually have. So we're doing it exactly the same as the gear that we currently run. I did get a Deathbringer recently, so I can actually use this now. And I'm running Frostbite offhand. Stuff is going to be a little bit different here. Stuff is going to be a little bit different on this server. Like the hit calculations and stuff are going to be a little bit different. So we need a significant amount more hit in order to make this work. In order to make dual wield viable. So it's going to be significantly more hit. So I'm using True Strike and I'm using Black Crow, which I normally wouldn't be on live. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Why didn't my charge go? Okay, so that was the wrong button. Wrong button, that's okay. We can get this though. Let's do it. Okay, I got my battle shout up. Okay, alright. Oh, I got Falky on my side. Falky got his rank 14. Wow, I'm doing shit damage. Why am I doing such shit damage? Are they just getting more spawns than me?
Fools! These eggs are more precious than you know.
we do have some people watching. You guys want some music, or you want to stick with game music for right now? I am wearing an Agony Scene t-shirt, so that would be the first thing that I'd go to. I also can't show you, I can't give you guys the, can't give you guys the voice chat, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's a big Storm thing, is that they don't do voice chat.
You'll pay for forcing me to do this.
Okay, line of sight. Alright, so we do that a little bit differently than any of the other guilds that have ever done that in, where we use a FAP on that. Okay, so since this is just practice, we're going to zone out, reset the instance, and do it again. That is the perfect time for the call to drop. What do you guys think? Is it time for some metal? Time for some music? Tired of listening to the ambiance here. So now we're doing the reset. They just dot killed one of our raid members just for funs. Just for funsies. They're talking about orc male versus orc female. I think orc male looks way cooler. Like they get the best shoulders, best looking shoulders in the game for sure. Ugly posture. Looks strong though. Looks strong. Looks even stronger with an untamed blade. Untamed blade, still my favorite looking sword in the whole game. Got my ogre suit. Corrupted Ashbringer. Still think UTB looks better. UTB looks good. Spinal Reaper looks good. Which server? This is a private server. This is hosted by one of our dudes. This is not an actual. This is not an actual thing. So this is just practice. Nick, this is just practice for 2/12. February 12th, we're gonna get the actual Blackwing Lair. This isn't actual Blizzard. This isn't. Oh, okay. We're trying to wipe here. Okay, we're intentionally wiping there. Yeah. So we're practicing for next week. That's basically what's going on here. We're planning to go for server first. I don't know if it's gonna be world first? Do all the servers come online at the same time across the world, or are they different for different regions? I don't know. We're going to be shooting for server first. I think that's what we care about. I don't think we actually care about world first on it. So yeah, we're shooting for server first. And to that end, we are doing. Hey, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna be practicing here, and we're basically practicing until we get it right. So since we had some mechanical problems on Razorgore here, we decided that we were going to reset the boss. Um, and then in order to reset the boss, we had to go in and wipe so that it would reset all the eggs so that it starts the event again. You're in New Zealand and it's Wednesday for you? Yeah, okay, so it probably should be. Well, it's going to be Wednesday for us too. I think it's supposed to be Wednesday the 12th at like, is it like 10 a.m. my time? 10 a.m. Mountain Time in Denver? So, I don't know. Wouldn't that be like super late at night Wednesday for you? Right? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be like super late at night. Be like, or would that even be the next day? That'd probably still be the same day. It might be the next day. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happens with that. I don't know if it's a rolling release where the servers go live or if they all come up at the same time. I feel like they would have to. Is it Wednesday night for you? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go for server first, but I mean, if they all come up at the same time, then maybe.
No, not another
Yeah,
one.
so if they all come up at the same time, maybe it'll end up being world first. I don't know. I don't think we're trying to do a speed run on the first thing. We're just trying to go for server first. So we're gonna be going the minute that
These eggs are more precious than you
um
know.
because I'm bad.
You'll pay for forcing me to do this.
Uh-oh. They just called me out for wearing the Drake Talon pauldrons that I got last week here on the PTR.
You'll pay for
Yeah,
this.
so I'm not supposed to be wearing these shoulders right now. Yeah, this is pretty nice when everybody knows what they're doing. Alright, sounds like we might do Veil a bunch of times too. didn't even swing on that dude.
Fools! These eggs are more precious than you know. You'll pay for forcing me to do this. Fools! These eggs are more precious than you know.
Oh, God. Wrecked that guy. Oh, yeah. Gimme that. Gimme them deeps. Gimme them deeps.
You'll pay for forcing me to do this. These eggs are more
Okay,
precious
start
than you know.
collapsing. Got him. Trash loot, where's my UTB? Yeah, sure, sure. Please do. Please give it to them. Have them all watch. Sorry, I was focusing on that. Yeah, we're gonna be doing practicing. So if you got any questions and stuff, I'd be happy to answer them while we're doing this. Like this isn't super hardcore. This isn't speed run stuff. This is mechanics. This is mechanics, and make sure that we're all on the same page about stuff. Okay, we might have missed a couple of technicians there. Not a big deal. Okay, as melee, I need to be directly under the second tank without passing. That's the direction. Okay, now I am gonna put on a Fell Striker here. Let's pretend that I'm gonna have aged core leather gloves by then. So I'm gonna run Deathbringer Fell Striker. Now, ideally, if I could, I would run double Fell Striker on this fight because it's basically a mini Recklessness, but we might end up using Recklessness on this fight anyway. I almost want to put Fell Striker main hand. Okay, so they're talking about stuff. So now that the gear gap has considerably shrunk, why is Chris so far ahead of me? That's a huge deal, man. All right, let's do this.
Too late, friends. Nefarious' corruption has taken hold. I cannot control myself. I beg you, mortals, flee! Flee before I lose all sense of control. The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it!
Hard stop. Everybody die. All right, so we intentionally wiped there. Well, so Chris might have been DPSing other ads in the corner, but we were all supposed to be using the same strat where we were all supposed to be sitting in our group's corner. So like my group was the north, his was the east, um, somebody else's group was the west, and somebody else's group was the south. Um, so so it should have been the same unless he was getting way more ads than I was, which is possible. I mean, I guess it depends on how many mobs were spawning at his stuff. Or how many ads were spawning on Razor Gore. Could be. Yeah, I suppose that's possible. Man, I really wish I had rank 12 though. Like, look at Chris's gear. He's got the General's plate leggings and the boots. Oh, so good. He's got the shoulders and the helmet. Apparently, shoulders and helmet are supposed to be really, really good. Supposed to be significantly better than Lionheart helm because of how much attack power is on this stuff. And with the two-piece, um, you don't need nearly as much hit in Classic. So he gets significantly more attack power without really sacrificing anything important by using this shoulder and this helmet. Because the two-piece set bonus is also 40 attack power. It's the same as 20 strength. Like, that's a pretty big deal. Oh, and he's got the Berserker bracers. I don't have those. What do I have? I have wrist guards of stability. So it's basically trading 5 strength for 8 agility. Yeah, I'd probably go with that too. Probably go with Berserker bracers. Flame Guard, Onslaught, Generals, Generals. So the two-piece on that is the set bonuses are backwards, so this one's 20 stam for two-piece. But this is next best until Chromatic Boots, and this might be just best through the entirety of the game. Oh, and he's using Diamond Flask. Why don't I have a Diamond Flask? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life that I don't have a Diamond Flask? Okay, everybody's ready. We're going to be doing it again. Yeah, yes, we got the timer. Alright, they're practicing on that. Alright, so if you're watching what's going on here, all the priests are pre-shielding everybody. It won't matter because everybody gets full mana the entire fight. So just blow all the mana, shield everybody you possibly can, because that's just free damage that you're going to absorb. Alright, alright. So I think we start out with Tranquil Air in the melee groups, and then a few seconds in, we're going to switch it to Wind Fury. I think that is the plan here. I don't know if we're all going to need to Sunder, because I think they might all be up by the time... Okay, we had to wait to watch Threat. We're watching down here. This is the most important thing. Oh, I'm also bad because I'm not paying attention to that shit. Not paying attention to my cooldowns. Hard stop, everybody die. Ezragon, you fucking tart. Okay, well... Okay, so... So... Yikes. So what happened there was that somebody used the .kill command on the boss. But you can't respawn that boss because yeah, okay. Oh, I gotta check the sheet. Blackwing Lair sheet. Oh, I'm gonna be on south. Okay, I don't have any of these ads. All right, we're good. All right, and on Velistraz we use Death Wish, but not Blood Fury. Okay. So yeah, ideally we're gonna come up in here with the buff from Velistraz so that we can do these 2 packs while we still have the buff. Because it is like a 3-minute buff, but we can kill Vale in about 1 minute, so that we should have 2 minutes on these. Everybody gets full mana, full rage the whole time, and you can just rip these dudes up. Oh, I'm gonna cleave anyway. You guys got any questions about stuff yet? catch up, though. I'm gonna catch up. I'm glad I can help. Yeah, please continue watching. I mean, that's why I'm here. Basically, I just want you guys to watch and, of course, ask me questions. The more questions you ask, the more you talk to me, the more engaged we're gonna be. The more stuff I have to talk about. Otherwise, I'm just kind of on autopilot because I've done this a million times. This is more for people who haven't seen this or people who haven't seen this in a while to get a refresher on how this instance works. Oh, shit, yeah. Hell yeah. I don't want that. We got that cloak. Who got that cloak? Rude upon. Slime. Fucker. That is one of the things that I would want out of here. It's significantly better than Cave of the Black Baron because it's 32 attack power as opposed to 20. So I mean it's better. It's not a lot better, but it's a little better. I think we can cleave here. I think we can cleave that first one because we're not going to be dragging the whole big thing of whelps yet. Oh, dead. Lag monster. Okay, so what is the melee reaction getting Tranquil Air instead of Wind Fury? I feel like trying to tell my raid they're gonna complain. Okay, so on Veilastraz, we did Tranquil Air for the first like 5 seconds until the tanks get good aggro. Then we switched it to Wind Fury, which I mean like isn't really a problem. I really don't think that's much of a problem at all because it's way more important to not pull aggro on Veil than it is to get your personal numbers up, right? Like it's way more important. It's way more important for that. It's almost a crit as well. Wait, what's almost a crit? Oh god. Oh god. Help me. What up, Smelly Pirate Hooker? Flame strikes should be interruptible on classic in this room. Okay, so that's actually one of the things that we're talking about on voice comms right now, but you guys can't actually hear that. We're talking about having kicks assigned for all the mobs, just in case. We gotta test them out because we won't know. That was the wrong button. Oh, there it is. Okay, got it down there. It said kill whelps, so normally you don't kill whelps there unless the raid leader calls for kill whelps. Alright, and we're getting a lot more calls for AoE than I'm used to. So I'm just trying to comply with what they're saying. Alright, on Taskmaster's cleave it all, AoE down. Okay, pick up the whelps. They're not calling for AoE, they're calling for move forward. Okay, suppression room. We got rogues doing that. So if you're planning to run this with your guild, you're definitely going to want to have rogue assignments. What we were just talking about is that we have rogue assignments 6 deep. So we've got 6 deep on rogues. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Yeah, so we didn't do this very well. We didn't do this very well at all. So we're going to be killing ourselves and then rezzing outside of the suppression room and then trying it again. Okay, so we wiped there because we were going to try to do this again. Again, what we're doing here is practicing, so it's not about doing it perfect. It's about getting the practice in and making sure that we learn the mechanics. So we just had our resident local GM. Oh, hurry up, Reese. Yeah, we're streaming. We're doing Blackwing Lair. Hmm? Yeah, think so. Right. Yeah. Attention, everyone. I've been infected with cooties. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this. Cooties, not just for playgrounds anymore. All right, so let's try the suppression room again. Um, yeah. Huh. Clave it down. Skull X. Come on, X. Moon. Okay, we're not AoEing yet. Get hit by the flame strike. Oh shit, I should not be doing that. Oh, oh. Yeah, that AoE is killer. here for the cooties. Aw, somebody just subscribed to my channel. Let's see, is it gonna do the thing? Is it gonna do the thing? It should make a big noise. It should make a big level up noise. It just lags behind a whole bunch. There it is. It just lags behind by like, a minute. Alright, to be honest, all melee should have elixirs of superior defense as well as Mighty Troll's blood potion in this room. Yeah, maybe. The problem that we're going to run into with that is that on WoW Classic you have a buff cap, and you get 32 total buffs. If you go over the 32 total buffs, it will start pushing them off. And I think it pushes them off in the order that you got them. So if you get Dire Maul buffs first, then it's going to push those off if you add too many potions. So I think we're gonna have a big problem with that if on Classic. Alright, we are redoing this. Alright, so we are teleported back to the beginning, and then we are going to wipe. And then we're going to do it again. You can do it. You have shadow protection on you right now, which is useless in this room. Yeah, okay, so the reason that we have the shadow protection is because we have like GM commands. So what they've done is they've just created a standardized list of it's a single button macro so that Zeth can just target everybody and just boom, 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 and just give everybody the world buffs again. So that's just like our stock one. I think the Shadow Potion would be done by now. The Fire Potion would also be done by now. So yeah, I mean there are a couple of things there, but yeah, what did you say? Troll's Blood and Superior Defense. Isn't Superior Defense like 450 armor? Isn't that like not really a thing? What does 450 armor really get you? Another 4%? Another 3%? 3% more damage reduction? Yeah, and you make a good point because if you die, then you don't get world buffs anyway. That's actually a really good point. Okay, so now we are going to be focusing on doing single target damage, no cleaves, no AoEs unless called for. Yeah, so he could just hit one button and do all these buffs. That's a weird pull. It's a weird pull to start with. Taskmasters. Oh my goodness. Where's my bandage? Okay, don't touch whelps, don't touch whelps. Let the AoE tank get him. Is BWL hard? Okay, hold on. 450 armor, yeah, it's a bit extra survivability. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a little bit more survivability, but that's I don't think that's really going to matter in the grand scheme of things for what we're doing here. Because if we're doing it right, like the melee shouldn't be getting hit by physical damage anyway. Oh shit. X. Square. Okay. Hatcher. Oh man, I can't see anything. All right, is BWL hard? No, it's not really hard. It takes a little bit more um, coordination than Molten Core. It's not that it's harder, like it's not that the mobs hit harder. I mean, some of them do, but it's more that it just takes a little bit extra coordination. Molten Core, you can run in there at level 58 with greens, and you can go in there and steamroll the place. Right? That's how everybody did it and got the first week Ragnaros kill. That's how Apes did it. They just went in at level 58, 56, whatever. You just get 40 people in there and you can do multicore. But Blackwing Lair requires a little bit more coordination. It requires a little bit more planning. It requires a little bit more personal accountability. Because, like in this room, for example, if each person isn't doing their job, then the whole thing is going to fall apart. Right? Like if your rogues don't know what to do, you're going to be in big trouble. If your warriors aren't single targeting and they're whirlwinding, you're going to be in big trouble. If your mages aren't single targeting, then you're going to be in big trouble. Right? So it's a little bit more personal accountability, it's a little bit more coordination, it's a little bit more planning. So is it hard? I don't know if it's really that hard. What room is this? This is the suppression room. Yeah. We're coming up to Broodlord Lair, who's going to be at the end of this room. That was a 10,000 dense dynamite. Booyah. 21 hits. Nope, I'm good. Thanks. Do we have to clear it again? What if you clear it then wipe later on in BWL? Do you have to clear it again? Not if you kill Broodlord Lashlayer. If you kill Broodlord Lashlayer, this room does not respawn. If you do not kill Broodlord Lashlayer, it does all respawn when you die. Yes. This dude up here, Broodlord Lashlayer. Oh, I just realized that's all in the wrong place. Put that down there. Okay. Oh, why? Ah! Okay, they called for AoE. The deal is that you don't want to kill the whelps until they call for AoE because they will respawn about 30 seconds later. If you just keep killing them all the time, you're going to run into big problems because you're going to get just a ton of whelps all over the place. And they're going to be all up in your business. Okay, Kylie's getting the whelps. Okay, give him a second. Oh, I am way too high. Okay. Alright, yeah, I don't want to be that high on threat there. Okay, we're gonna wait for the blast wave. Chris pulled aggro. Alright. Normally here you would have popped a fire protection potion before going in on this. Alright, so now that we've killed Broodlord Lashlayer, you think Vey is cheating because he pretends that he has H correlated gloves? I am totally cheating and pretending that I have H correlated gloves. You are correct. I am absolutely cheating there. But I wanted to see what it's like, and suddenly I'm creeping up the meters and like possibly gonna pass Chris with the Fell Striker and the gloves, which I happen to know that the next set of gloves are going to be mine. In fact, they already awarded them to me once and then made me give them away. So the next set of gloves is supposed to go to me for Fell Striker purposes. Is that the first boss? No, that's the third boss. That's the third boss. Okay, so now that we've killed him, none of these are going to respawn. So we went out and cleared a bunch of these, and the suppression devices will also stay down as well after you kill the boss. So we needed to create some space here. There's no reason to do that. Why would we do that? They're asking if we want to tank it there. That should be no different. We should just do it there. Yeah, tanking it in this corner is probably fine. That should be no problem. Classic first tier. They will not go back to clear it, though, I think. Wait. What? What are you talking about? Why do I have Crown of Destruction instead of Lionheart Helm? Because in Classic WoW, you only need 6% hit. And Crown of Destruction has more attack power, so there's not really a reason for me to use Lionheart Helm right now. Not with my current gear setup. If I swap out some hit, then yes, Lionheart Helm would be a good pick. But I should only need 6% hit. Right now we're running 9% hit, so this is all the same gear except normally I would be wearing different shoulders and I would be using Bloodseeker instead of Black Crow. However, since this is not WoW Classic and this is a private server that's running some slightly different code, the hit cap that we want to get to is 9%, even though we have 305 axe skill, right? So so this is identical to what we have on Classic. Except I should be using, yeah, all right, fine, you got me. I should be using that, and that, and I should be using that. All right, so I do have a Fell Striker, but this is the same stuff that my WoW Classic character has. Crown of Destruction, Onyxia Tooth Pendant. True Strike Shoulders, normally I wear Flame Scarred Shoulders, because I don't need the 2% hit from the True Strike, and the stats are better on Flame Scarred. Cable Black Baron, Savage Gladiator Chain, of course. Risk Guards of Stability, Devil Sars set, Onslaught Girdle, Bloodmail Boots, Quick Strike Ring, Don Julio's, Hand of Justice, Black Hand's Breath, normally I wear Bloodseeker, Frostbite, and Deathbringer. As soon as I get the Aged Core Leather Gloves, which, yes, I don't have, as soon as I get the Aged Core Leather Gloves, I'm going to put those on. I'm going to put the Fell Striker on, and then for pants, right now my only option is Eldritch Reinforced, because I am not high enough PvP rank. If I were high enough PvP rank, I would be using the Legionnaire's Plate Leggings, which have 2% crit on them. But these are very good as well. If I were really good, I would use the rank 12 pants if I had them. Rank 12 pants and boots is definitely what I would be using. And then if I had rank 12 pants and boots, I would be using rank 10 shoulders and helmet. Just like what Chris is wearing. So if we inspect Chris, Chris is wearing Champion's Plate Helm and the Champion's Shoulders. He's got the General's Plate Leggings and General's Plate Boots. He's also running Flame Guard Gauntlets, but he is running the 2 axes. Oh shit, okay. Alright, so we got some shenanigans here. We just respawned the boss, so we're gonna kill him again. Private servers are fun. Okay, so the reason that we're doing this is because we had healers drop totems in front of the doors, and like I was saying, this is supposed to be a learning experience, and to fix the main mechanical problems that we're having before the launch on 2.12. So we're just respawning the boss and trying to see if we can do it without that. Hyza, dead. Oof. Alright, so from a melee standpoint, what we want to do is we want to position ourselves by the wall so that the blast wave will knock us back into the wall. Oh my goodness. Got him. Braces of Arcane Accuracy. That's one of the best pieces of loot that you can get off this boss. Since we're Horde, I think Maladath isn't really that good for us. Like, it's fine, but it's not stellar for us. thank you very much. Nice explanation. Yeah, good. I'm glad I can help. Honestly, I'm the best Fury Warrior you know by far. I mean, I'm pretty good. I know a lot of stuff. There are some guys in here that like kind of put me to shame. Of course, Storm is now world third for speed runs and stuff. Like, so Storm is one of the top 10 guilds in the world, one of the top five guilds in the world, one of the top three guilds in the world. Um, oh yeah, Maladath for Rogue, I guess. I guess for Rogue it would be good. Rogue would want Maladath's and Chromatically Tempered Sword. But yeah, I'm pretty good. But what's crazy is that some of these guys just smash me every time. Like Chris is crazy good. Puffy Muffins also kills it every time. Seansu does it really well, is just really good too. I mean, like, I'm about middle of the pack for our warriors. There are some that are considerably better than me, some that are not. Yeah, I'm in Storm. That's correct. That's what this guild is. We're Storm, and this is the Storm practice raid. No, no, we don't. We don't have way too many warriors. What are you talking about? We only had what 17 Fury warriors in the last Molten Core run. That ain't nothing. I mean, ideally, I would say that my personal favorite raid setup would be 32 warriors and 8 shamans. That's really what I'd want. 32 warriors, 8 shamans. So you get 32 fury warriors and 8 shamans that are all resto, so they cast chain healed and drop wind fury, and you just crush them. Do I have a job? Yes, I do have a job. I do project management and software development for healthcare systems for the government. Yes, I do have a job. How can we gear that many guys? I mean, we can't really. There is a lot. There is a not enough loot to go around, frankly, and we get really bad loot. We get really bad loot compared to a lot of these other guilds. Like Dream State is currently number one, but they have like 24 Deathbringers in their guild. We have three, with me being the third one. Like, it's insane. It's insane how bad our loot is. Not how good theirs is, just how bad ours is. Because we run 4 Inixias a week. Every time we run it, we run 4 of them. And we still don't have any, like, Inixia weapons. It's crazy. We used to get Spinal Reapers right at the start of the server. Oh, I should be... Whoops. I should be popping cooldowns earlier than that. I'm just not paying attention because I'm busy talking. Alright, alright, alright. Why do we run so many non-warriors and non-shamans? Right? Why would we run so many non-warriors and non-shamans? I don't know. It's what it should be. It should just be all warriors and shamans. I mean, you might need a priest, one druid for buffs. Just for buffs. That's basically it. Priest can dispel magic. Druid can decurse. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, so I guess you got to bring a druid and a priest. You always see me online on Herod. When do I have time to work with always streaming and raiding? Work 7 on, 7 off, and hardly have time to raid. Um, so like I have a standard 9 to 5 job, so it's just during normal business hours here in North America. At which point, usually I come home and right after work is when we start raid. So if I get off at 5, my raid starts at 6. So I have enough time to get home, maybe grab some food, and then log in and we're ready to go. Raids usually don't last that long for us because Storm just clears things very quickly. So we're usually done by about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at the latest. And remote desktop access also helps a lot. Except I can't really do a whole lot with remote desktop access. I can like check the auction house, and stand around an Orgrimmar, and that's most of it. That's pretty much everything I can do. Um, yeah, so I don't know. This is what I do with all my free time, basically. Mm. Let me figure out how to do that while we're sitting around here. Okay, so they're working on doing the trash pulls right now. All right, what am I doing? I need my channel, and I want studio. Okay, okay. We're just gonna stay in and just burn these guys. Why am I not targeting the right dudes? Come on. Doo-doo-doo. Yep. She plays well. We don't get nearly as much time to play together as I'd like, because I'm always busy doing this stuff. But you know. All right. Let's see. How do I get to live streaming? How do I designate? No, that's not what I need. Hello. Okay, so manage moderators. There we go. Oh, right. I'm busy. Busy talking. Paste new moderator's channel URL. You don't you don't have a channel URL, do you? What was that? Oh, there's you. There we go. Okay. And save. And congratulations. You are now a moderator. You're now a moderator. Why is chat disabled for the live stream? What? Is it mad because I changed something while it was doing the thing, while it was streaming? That might be it. Okay, so let's go there and then close that. On the live chat, remember to guard your privacy and learn more about the community. Hmm. 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 Curious. Okay, let's try this. Does this pop up in the chat? No, no, it did not. It did not pop up in the chat. I wonder if it's because, yeah, it posted to Twitch but not to YouTube. Hmm. Weird. Well, that's not good. Participants? No. participants. I gotta pay more attention to this raid. Hmm. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Enable live chat. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Did it work? Try that again. Okay. Boom. All right. Now is that going to post? Or is that still not going to post? No, I didn't disable you. I disabled everyone by accident. Don't take it personally. I didn't try to disable any single person. I accidentally hit a setting that turned it off for everybody so that nobody could chat. So let's see. Can I talk in chat? Does that work? Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. Now that errored out, so I gotta close that, and then I gotta go restream chat. Let's try reloading that and see if I can get that to reconnect. Do I know about all classes in WoW? I mean, I know some stuff. Shoot. Okay, so the restream chat is not working correctly. Okay, it's erroring out. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'll just watch over here in the YouTube stuff. Okay. By the way, that was a link to the Discord for my stream. You can get a hold of me there. You can ask me questions. If you want to get a hold of me, that's a really good way to do it. You can also put your hottest memes in the Memeatorium. It's kind of an anything goes meme channel. Just don't make it like super gross, I guess. It is labeled not safe for work, so just keep that in mind. Um, do I know about all classes? I mean, like, I know some stuff about all classes. Yeah, probably know enough to have a conversation about it, but like, I've never been a particularly good healer. You're a Resto Shaman? I mean, I know a little bit about Resto Shaman, but like, I don't know if I could play one really, really well. So, I mean, if you got questions, I can try. If I don't have the answers, I could probably find somebody who does. Every guild is looking for you. I mean, good Resto Shamans are always in high demand because you can have up to 8 Shamans in a raid. Like, it makes sense to have 8 Shamans in your raid because you want one for every group. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna stack them and cleave them. I'm only kind of listening to them because I'm trying to figure out all this YouTube stuff and talk to you guys. my fault, actually. That might have been my fault. Let's see. Okay, so we're good. Do I know about classes? Yes, Resto Shaman. Yeah, Resto Shamans are great. I love Resto Shamans. I always want to have a Resto Shaman with me, just at all times. Why did Horde overtake Alliance in raid ranks? What do you what do you mean? What do you mean? Why did Horde overtake Alliance in raid ranks? The top two speedruns in Molten Core right now are both Alliance guilds. Let's see if I can pull that up. So like if you go to classic.warcraftlogs.com, here classic.warcraftlogs.com, you'll see oh yeah, no, I guess Dream State is Horde. So Dream State is just really, really good. Dream State has been famously one of the best guilds in the world at WoW Classic for a really long time. They've been playing private server a long time together. So they're definitely one of those to beat. Progress is also one of those names that I would absolutely expect to be at the very top of the stuff. I'm really surprised that Storm makes the cut into that top three as well. But I think it's more about the players than it is about the faction, because Alliance gets a lot of advantages. Human warriors get +5 to swords and to maces, which becomes a little bit more important later on. It becomes really important in Naxxramas, because two of the best weapons in the game are both swords. And early on, you can get double maces, you can get double misplaced servo arm and servo arm. Let me see if I can pull that up for you. Nax on the trash. Misplaced servo arm is super good and really easy to get because it drops off the trash. So if you get every one of your main Fury Warriors in an Alliance raid all to have double misplaced servo arm, and you can farm that in trash. So you can, without killing a boss, go in, clear a whole bunch of trash, and then reset the instance and go in and clear the trash again. You could get a whole bunch of misplaced servo arms really, really easily. And that would be a huge overall raid DPS boost. So like Alliance gets a lot of advantages a little bit later on. They also get huge advantages for having Paladins, because with Paladins they can give everybody Blessing of Salvation. They can also do Blessing of Might and Blessing of Kings, which don't need to have a 2-minute totem. You know what I'm saying? Oh, why are those there? Oh, why are those there? That's not where those are supposed to be. Why is that like that? Okay. That was not very good. That was not very good at all. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Dream State, Progress, then Storm. Yes. So Dream State, it's more about the players. You wonder how I'm in one of the best guilds? Um, I don't. I'm not sure I understand the question there. I mean, I'm quite good at what I do. On the private servers that I used to play on, I was usually number one DPS in my guild. Um, I have a bunch of experience doing this stuff. I've been playing this game continuously for about the last 4 years. Maybe different versions, maybe different servers, but I've been playing pretty consistently for about 4 years now. We only had three casters. Yeah, because if you stack melee don't need to drink. They don't have a mana bar. So if you just get a whole ton of melee in there and a bunch of shamans drop the Wind Fury for them, you can kill a whole bunch of stuff really fast, and then it takes almost no time to recover and move on. Like if you look at the composition on the speed runs for any of those guilds, for any of the top 10 guilds, they're running like 26, 27 melees. You can't tell if I'm good or bad. Um, well, does this tell you anything? Wait, hold on, I gotta listen up. Okay. Okay, bait the rain of fire. Now AoE. I mean, so if that tells you anything, right now I'm number 2 for total damage over the course of this run. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm usually pretty good at what I do. Um, for a while, I was in the top 5 Fury Warriors on Lightbringer. Lightbringer is one of the bigger private servers, one of the more famous private servers. So I was in the top 5 on Lightbringer for a while. I don't know where those logs ended up. He's actually a porn star. Don't be fooled. Well, I'm still working on launching that career. Do I PvP any? A little bit, yes. But I don't relish the idea of solo PvP. If it's organized, I would love to do like a 10-man pre-made Warsong Gulch group. I would love to do 15-man pre-made Arathi Basin. I love pre-made 40-man Alterac Valley because everybody's coordinated. If you go in there just straight off the bat, if you just go in there solo, oh my god, it's like everybody's running around with like chickens with their heads cut off. Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody has any idea what they're doing, and they're just trying to get as many kills as possible. Nobody's playing for the objectives, and nobody's trying to win. That gets really, really frustrating, and you just beat your head against the wall until you get to your desired PvP rank. And that's also just, oh man, it's not fun. At which point, if I'm doing that, then I'm PvPing to get the gear. You play on Herod? Then yes, absolutely. That sounds like a great time. Um, so yeah, I do PvP, but man, if it's unorganized, it's really a pain. Um, Ultimately, I'd really like to get to rank 12, but I just don't really have the time for that. So a more realistic goal would be to go to rank 10, which would also be good. Um, Unless I decide to like quit my job or something. Which I don't know. Maybe if I monetize the stream, maybe I could do that. Who knows? But right now, I just want people to watch. I don't want your money. Um, yeah. So basically, if I would do that, I would be trying to PvP in order to get the PvE gear, right? Because I wouldn't be PvPing for the sake of PvP. I would be getting PvP gear for PvE purposes, like Chris did right here, where he's got the pants and the boots, and then he's got the shoulders and the hat. That's 4 pieces of best in slot gear for a very long time because he went to rank 12. Rank 14 would be cool because you get the double axes. You get the High Warlord axes, but I don't know, like that would be really a lot of work. To get to rank 14, it's like 15 hours a day, every day, for 3 months. That's about what it takes to get to High Warlord efficiently.
No.
All right. I'm saving cooldowns for the second one. Okay, because I have too many debuffs. Okay, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Don't die. All right, when you come back out here, you want to duck out when you've got about 6 or 7 debuffs. I went to 8. That's a little bit high. When you get around this corner, you definitely want to bandage, restore any health you got there. It also saves the healers a bunch of mana. It saves them a bunch of stress. So now the debuff has come off. We go back in. We're gonna hit that and that, and now we're just gonna go ham on it. Okay, 6 stacks. Yeah, I gotta get out. I gotta get out. Oof. would be a really good time for a Whipper Root Tuber. My bandage is still on cooldown, so that's no good. Hopefully it doesn't die before I get back in there. Okay, well this is going to be a wipe. They're calling for a wipe there. Now, as a melee on this fight, I don't actually need to have the Onyxia Scale Cloak on because I should never be getting hit by Shadow Flame. There's only one person who should be getting hit by Shadow Flame, and that's a tank. Well, two people who should be getting hit by Shadow Flame. So it shouldn't actually matter for me. If I'm getting hit by Shadow Flame, something is seriously, seriously wrong. Now, Fire Mod has a bunch of AoE fire damage. So having a bunch of fire resist on could be beneficial. Because if you can resist one or two or three of those debuff ticks, that can help a lot. You can stay in longer and do more damage that way. Now, I've even had enough fire resist on some servers. I've had enough fire resist there that the debuff expired entirely and came all the way off. Yeah, all right. Hey, Adam, let's do that. Let me load up the client. Yeah, tell you what, shoot me your character name, and I'll add you right now. Andy, if you're, or excuse me, sorry, Adam, if you're still listening. Sure, shoot me your character name. Just logged in as well. Oh yeah, I should be queuing for Alterac Valley right now on the other character, on the main, real, actual WoW Classic character. Because it's an hour and... How long are the queues right now? Oh my goodness, an hour and 6 minutes. You gotta wait around for an hour and 6 minutes just to get into an Alterac Valley. Man, I don't know how these people do it. Like, I don't know how... Storm has 2 rank 14s right now. I don't know how you do it with that. Like, I guess they gotta go hunt people in between the queues or something. But, like, that's crazy. Oh, Dave! Oh, Dave! That's bad. That's really bad. Yep, that's a wipe. That's a wipe. If you're ranged pull aggro on that boss, you're pretty toasted. That's pretty much it. How much damage did that do? Shadow Flame hits you for 3,174, 1,950 absorbed. Wow, so that hits for 5k. Wow. Wow. Okay, fine, fine. Fine, they're calling for everybody to have an Scale Cloak on. So, an Scale Cloak protects you from being fully engulfed by Shadow Flame. So, usually the Shadow Flame isn't that much damage, but the dot that it puts on you afterward will just tick until it kills you. It'll just kill you. Like, there's not really anything you can do. I think it's a 2-minute debuff that ticks for 500 a tick. Uh, yeah, you cannot survive that. There's no way to do it. It might be more than that. It might be 1,000 a tick. And that's every second. It's doing 1,000 damage to you. There's no way you can heal through it. There's nothing to do there. Alright, Alright, so another smart thing to do on this boss would be to use Juju Ember for a little bit of extra fire resistance. Normally I would use Flame Scarred Shoulders, so that'd be 10, 20, 30, 45 fire resist right there. Simmertrax, hi, teach me World of Warcraft. You do content that I love. I reckon we could collab. Zimmertrax and YouTube. Yeah, sure, I will absolutely look you up. Am I grinding a High Warlord? It would be super cool to do High Warlord, but I don't think I have the time to do it, honestly. Okay, Starhead GM on. Let's start that fight. Alright, alright. Six, seven. Alright, that's key to get out. Alright. Oh, did I not hit? I didn't hit. Battle Shout. Okay. Okay, 5, 4, 3. I'm watching this timer right here. Go. Okay. Alright, they called for another wipe there, so we're going to keep practicing this one until we get it right. Alt keys, is it Alt key O and E? Okay. As it turns out, I know how to do those. Okay. Let me see if I can add friend with that. Add friend. No. Wrong. Not the person I'm targeting. Remove friend. This person is not my friend. Stop. You're a music bot. Oh, that's a music bot. Why is a music bot trying to... Oh. Oh. Whatever. Uh, well, I don't know if that worked. I don't know if I added you as a friend. So I tell you what, Adam, how about you add me and whisper me, and then we'll do it from that. We'll do it that way. That makes more sense. Okay. All right. Am I grinding to a high warlord? No, it's gonna take way too much time. It's not really feasible for me. Not right now. The alt is, oh, okay, I got you. All right, I gotta do this. Oh, I don't have world buffs. They didn't buff me. I am resisting a ton of that debuff, though. 5, 6. Alright, and I'm out. Two, 1. Okay, go. That was much smoother. That was much, much smoother. That was much, much smoother. Okay, so we're just gonna dot die all that stuff. Because we need to practice these. We need to practice all the tech packs. Alright. 0202. Is there a max number of friends I can have? There might be a max number of friends I can have. Was that? You're too popular. Too popular. Because that should have worked. That totally should have worked. Move to whisper window, invite, whisper. Alright, let's just do it this way. Let's do it like that. Okay, and then add friend. There we go. Did that do it? Because it's not telling me that person's added to friends list. There we go. Okay, got it. Apparently I just can't type things. Okay, sorry. We got it now, though. We got it now. We'll definitely get in on some PvP. I do have a Discord where people are making pre-made Warsong Gulch and stuff. So maybe we could get in with some of them too. That'd be an option. But we'll have to figure that out a little later on. So we're all gonna go left wall first. Do I have any real life investment advice? Yeah, sure. So you want to invest in what is it? Low interest index funds or low percentage index funds. So you want to invest in things like SPX, the S&P 500. Put your money in the S&P 500. If you're not doing anything else with it, put it in S&P 500 and just let it sit. You'll have to weather the ups and downs because it'll have good days and bad days. Don't look at that. In the long term, S&P 500 always goes up. So if you're not doing anything else with your money, put it in the stock SPX or some facsimile thereof. Vanguard index funds. Vanguard S&P 500 index funds. That's basically what I would recommend. Otherwise, you could use some of those robo advisors like Future Advisor, or if you've got a Charles Schwab account, they do the Charles Schwab Intelligent Advisors, which are basically just their robo advisors. That'll build you like a diversified portfolio. Um, But yeah, if you don't know what to do with it, just drop in the S&P 500. You almost can't miss. Warren Buffett says the same thing. If you've ever checked out like Warren Buffett's investment advice, he says the exact same thing. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Because we're gonna be in line of sight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm at 22 health. Oh. Oh my goodness, let's whip a root. Double rate of fire blast wave is a lot. You invest in large cap stocks mostly and some ETFs. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much right, yeah. Dividend stocks, and usually you hit the button for dividend reinvestment. Yep. Of course, I'm not really pulling on mine for income. That's supposed to just like sit there and grow forever and ever. Yep, yep. Those are some of the better stocks for sure. Amazon, Microsoft, Shopify. I don't know Shopify. Apple's always good. Some of those could be a little tough to get into because the price per share is so high. I don't even know what Apple's at right now, but I think Amazon's like $1,500 a share or something. I don't know. I haven't been watching them very closely on that, which is one of the reasons that an indexed fund, an index fund is a little bit better for some people because the price to get into it is much lower because you're buying a little bit of a whole bunch of stocks. Is Amazon over 2K now? That's a lot. That's a lot. A lot of people don't have 2K sitting around to buy one share of Amazon, right? Like, nice. You got Amazon at 750. That's pretty good. They're going to be one of those things that takes down the world. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for me, I haven't been watching individual stocks because, well, I've got other shit I want to do with my life, right? Like I've got I've got other things that I want to spend my time on. I don't want to be reading the Wall Street Journal all day every day, try to predict what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, and then try to play the market that way. I've got other things I'd rather do, like play World of Warcraft. Oh, oh, he didn't do the technicians correctly. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Okay, wipe it up, respawn the pack. Everybody gets world buffs. Yeah, okay, so I may be cheating with the core leather gloves, but I think this tells me everything that I need to know about whether I should be using Fell Striker or not. Did grab some Blizzard stock since WoW Classic came out? Well, Blizzard is good, but Blizzard also, screws a lot of stuff up. Remember Diablo Immortal? Remember Warcraft 3 Reforged? Like, Blizzard has kind of blown it on a bunch of stuff. But, it's not so bad. I think that they kind of lost their way once they paired up with Activision. And I mean, WoW retail is just trash, honestly. Like I rejoined for Battle for Azeroth. I rejoined when they launched that, and because the guy who, yeah, Activision has been kind of messing stuff up, I think, because Activision's more about the bottom line than, and it kind of lost the soul that World of Warcraft is, right? They're all about the money. They're like, okay, we got to push out a new expansion every 2 years, and we got to release this content whether it's good or not, right? Like just stuff, 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 new stuff, new stuff, new stuff. Buy it, buy it, buy it, right? Whereas like World of Warcraft was so expansive. Like the original vanilla game, there were so many cool Easter eggs that are hidden in there, and so many cool references that are hidden in the stuff. And it like there's lots of soul in this game. Whereas when I was playing Battle for Azeroth, like it's just a single player MMO, man. Like I didn't even see another player from 110 to 120. I mean, I saw the occasional player. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but like there was just nobody around. It just felt so empty. Yeah, we gotta pull these down the ramp. Yeah, we do need to meet it lower. When I've done this on private server, we have a warlock doing the kiting because a warlock can shadow bolt, and then run away. And if either of those crit, he's gonna have enough threat that it's great. And then you can run and just instant cast dot all of them and just keep running in a circle. Let's see, where are we here? Yeah, they'll make money off it whether it's good or not. You'll buy it. It's like that South Park episode. They're like, yeah, fuck you, you'll buy it. We don't care. You're gonna buy it anyway. Um, but yeah, they made it really 100% accessible to everybody. And that's the same thing that I was saying way back when. And in fact, like I saw it start happening in Burning Crusade, and then it really started happening in Wrath of the Lich King. And I feel like Wrath of the Lich King was the beginning of the end, though. I know everybody loves Wrath of the Lich King, but I feel like that was kind of the beginning of the end. So like in Burning Crusade, suddenly everybody got to make all of their best in slot gear, right? Like all of the blacksmiths were creating the Drakefist hammer, right? And every melee had to have them effectively. Like every Fury Warrior, every Rogue, every Enhancement Shaman, everybody had to have these Drakefist hammers. So you had to have blacksmithing, and then every Warlock needed to have Frozen Shadow Weave. Every Mage had to have Spellfire. But you would make all of your own epics, and it's just like, well, that's kind of stupid. They're just handing out epics to anybody who's willing to sit around long enough in game, right? Like back in classic, back in vanilla, Like if you had epics, it meant you were epic because you had to you had to have a team of 40 people who were able to get you those epics. Like you don't just that just doesn't happen. Like you have to have a team and you have to have a good enough team in order to get an epic. Unless you get super lucky and you got one of the 5-man epics. Okay. All right, fine. But yeah, retail doesn't even make any sense anymore. I completely agree with you. Played vanilla all the way to Kata and then quit for probably 9 years. Yep, I played up until Wrath of the Lich King, and then took a huge break, and eventually found private server vanilla. Some accessibility is fine, yeah, yeah. But now everybody gets legendary, like the whole Legion expansion. Um, here, here, have an Ashbringer, the legendary sword of High Lord Mograine. Here you go. Come line up for your free Ashbringers. Oh, that's super scuffed. Oh my god, my tab target. Come on. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Well, they're discussing about how we're gonna do the technician packs. I mean, every time we did this, we did it with a warlock who double shadow bolts off the bat to get a huge amount of threat to start with, and then would just tab corruption, tab curse of agony on all of them, and then you get you get 7 corruptions all ticking at the same time. Like that's a huge amount of threat. I don't know what they're talking about. They were saying that you have to have something happen, something hitting them all the time, otherwise they go to the healers. And I'm like, well, that's what the dots are for. And they're saying that the dots aren't enough. But on private server, all of these dudes they share aggro. So like if you drop a dense dynamite on them, then you get 7 times the aggro because you're hitting 7 targets. I don't know. I don't know what their deal is. The odds of winning an epic in a 40 man. Okay, not only the odds of winning an epic in a 40 man, but like most of the good guilds are going to use loot council anyway. So it's not just about winning it in a roll, but being awarded an item. Yeah, it's not just about winning it, but being awarded, like meriting being given a Deathbringer is kind of cool. Meriting being given a Bone Reaver's Edge is kind of a big feat. Okay. Like I was saying, this is all for practice, right? So we're just killing the same pack over and over to try to get the pull right so that we don't screw it up when we get here for the real deal. Yeah. Yeah, being awarded an epic in a 40-man raid though is an even bigger deal. Have you been watching this stream for a little while? Did you see that when we first started WoW Classic, I got an epic the first week on a free roll. I got a Crown of Destruction, and then I got an Obsidian Edged Blade. And then I didn't get loot for 14 weeks after that. After they stopped rolling things out and started doing them loot council, I didn't get I didn't get anything for 14 weeks. Imagine not getting loot for 14 weeks but showing up every week anyway. Yeah. And world bosses, I'm never going to get anything from world bosses. That's true. Of course I don't really need much anything from world bosses. Like the Puissant Cape is going to go rogue prio because like we were talking about before, the hit cap for classic is 6 for what I'm doing. 6 with 305 skills. So if I'm using axes or if I'm using a dagger with H core leather gloves or edge masters or something like that, I don't need it. But yeah, so I'm actually better off using Cape of the Black Baron, probably, maybe. An Empyrean Demolisher, I don't need that either. By far the best one we've done. The only reason you log on to retail is to get a quick ZG Tiger mount ride around the city, and you usually log back over to Classic. Yeah, it's just there's nothing there. You can raid finder through all of the content. Like when I did Battle for Azeroth, like I found a guild that I knew those guys from 15 years ago. They were still playing since vanilla, and I was playing with them. After playing with guys like Storm, well, they weren't they weren't great. Like it wasn't the best raid that I've ever been in. It became real clear real fast that I was probably one of the better, more responsive people in the raid and like was doing the mechanics correctly and stuff because I would usually be the last one alive and do the most damage. Um, but like we did it on normal mode and then we started doing it on heroic mode and it's just like okay, but now we're doing the same instance again and it's just like why are you adding different difficulties to the raid instances? If they did it correctly in the first place, they shouldn't need different difficulties for the raid instances. And then it's all the same loot, just slightly modified depending on which difficulty you did it on. And it's, oh, that's kind of. And then I was just like, okay, I'm bored. Like this is dumb. I don't know why we're doing this. And then I basically stopped. That's my experience with most current Battle for Azeroth retail WoW. I got all my best in slot gear in like a week because it's that easy. Oh, flame strike. Oh, yikes. Somebody's using blood fury on this. Why, why can't we? Okay, so they're saying that we're calling right here. I guess that's gonna be it. We are out of time. Oh man, actually, now that I'm looking at it, we are out of time. I didn't realize how late this was. Okay. Well, I think we got a good chunk of Blackwing Lair down, and we got a good chunk of practice in here for the launch date. I think that's gonna be really good. So here, let me link this again. That's the link to the Discord. If you want to join there, that's a good way to get a hold of me, ask me questions, things like that. You can PM me, you can leave your hottest memes in the mematorium, and all of that. All right, next scheduled raid is going to be Friday. I'm going to be doing Molten Core on the Mage on Friday night, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. All right, thank you for watching, and good night. I think. Hang on. Actually, I'm gonna wait until they actually like kick us out of this raid. But people are already going offline. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven offline, 8 offline. Where's Easy? Easy is not here. Deadwind Pass. Okay, yeah, I think we're done here. Alright, I'm just gonna Hearth to GM Island. And then, yeah, we're gonna call it there. Sounds like we might be doing more PTR before Blackwing Lair launches, so that we could probably so that we can get down the Chromagus fight and then a Farian fight. So tune in for that. If you subscribe to the channel and hit the little button in the corner that lets you get notifications, you'll see when I go live, because I oftentimes don't really announce it. So pay attention to that. All right, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. We'll see you Friday night for Molten Core on the Mage.